Hello, Ghost Rider 615. This is going to be about if you don't want somebody to know something, put it in a book. See, secretly, we don't want to educate ourselves. And I'm not just talking about African Americans or Africans. I'm talking about everybody. Secretly in our minds, we want somebody to tell us what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Okay? And we don't want to hear from anybody except for the main media, because the main media makes it easy for you to get your information. It brainwashed you when you were just a toddler, and you've been used to the brainwashing, so therefore you don't know anything else. You don't want to look at any books like W.E. Du Bois or Dr. Henry Clark, Dr. Chancellor Williams, Dr. Van Sertima, and a host of other people that I don't have the time to name. But it takes time and patience to read books and to educate yourself. You see, a lot of times we don't know that we really want the system that has been given to us. There has been a designated plan set out for not just Africans, but poor people, period. And I think Rockefeller said it best when he said, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I just need a nation of workers. Workers will get my work done. Now, let's look at how we run our lives, or if we run our lives. And if we do not run our lives, who does? And while I'm at it, I know this is not going to be for everybody. And a lot of people are not going to want to hear this. But if you do want to hear it, would you please like, share, and subscribe? Because what I tell you is from personal experience, and from experience of looking at how people have been manipulated. And guess what? I'm part of the people. But you have to make a decision whether you want to break away from the matrix or you want to sit down there and be led to your grave. And okay, when I say your grave, I'm not talking about your physical grave. I'm talking about your mental grave. Because you're already dead if somebody else controls you. But getting back to what I'm talking about, the web is where a lot of people get all the information. Why you think Apple and Google are so rich? They provide information for people who do not want to go out there and research it for themselves. People don't want to be who they are naturally born to be, especially people from Africa. And I'm talking about African Americans and even Africans themselves. Because we allow people to continue to manipulate us and move us in the direction that they want us to move in. And now, all of a sudden, we are problem children, okay, or people. Because actually, we're not the children, we're the parents of the people of this earth. But we don't act like it. Some of us don't know it. And even if you do know it, you're scared to move. Your feet are cement. I tell you that while you have a chance, let your voice speak for your spirit. Books reveal the truth. And that truth might not be your truth. It may be somebody else's truth, okay? But it gives you a different perspective. It's not something that you can go access on the web, you know, and actually find the spirit of a person. This is why AI is going to be so popular, because it makes you more of a slave. It makes you more it actually is going to make you more lazy, okay, where you don't have to do anything to get the information that you think you want. You don't really know what you want because you haven't given yourself a chance to grow, to experience things for yourself. You experience them through a mediator. And that mediator is the one who controls your education system, controls you, your children, and your life. Okay? Now, I know sometimes, things that you hear may be a little difficult for you to swallow, but that's all right. We're going to have to do this anyway. Why do you think the Bible is so popular? The greatest book ever written, they say. You know why? Because it tells you everything that you need to know about living and thinking and raising your children and doing all the other things that you're supposed to experience in life, but you don't have to do that if you already supposedly got a master plan. So let's look at, who wrote that master plan? Was it the Africans where Christianity was born? Or was it the oppressors, the conquerors, who took out over 66 books that they deemed are unworthy to be in the Bible? People got to look at the history of things. If you look at the history of things, you could tell when they came into existence and who they were written by. If you really read the book, but most of the time you don't read it cover to cover. You pick out the good parts that you want to read. You don't read who copyrighted it, when it was copyrighted, who wrote it, You look at the information that fits you or your plan, or not your plan, the master's plan, and then you eat that information and you become that. Now, I'm not going to sit down here and rail on religion. You have a decision and you can make your own decision. All I'm asking is to do some research and do some thinking for yourself. Ask yourself if you really and truly rule your life like the God that you are. And this goes for everybody. This master plan that the haves have for controlling the have-nots has been working to perfection. And it's basically keeping chaos among the lower class, or supposedly lower class. And that means black against black, black against white, white against black, white against white, and all those who have no money, you're in that group. And the ones that have, they sit down there and they draw up a plan. They come together in these think tanks and they decide how they're going to rule the world. And we let them. So I'm just a voice in the dark speaking out. You don't have to like, share, or subscribe. I wish you would, because really, you're hearing from me, but I need to hear from you. We need to hear from each other. And I'm not talking about the things that somebody told you to say or that you read in the good book. I'm talking about the things that's truly in your spirit. Yeah. Somebody once said, look deep. Yeah, where the life story is told. So, this is Ghost Rider 615, and all I got for you today.